my darlings. This is Micah Riot. It's another episode of Ink Medicine. I believe it's episode number 13. It is February 8th today. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I am going to tell you in step-by-step format how to find a tattoo artist for you. How do you find the right tattoo artist for you? You decided to get tattooed. Maybe you're in a new city. You don't know anybody. I mean, if you do know people, then perhaps your friends can give you a recommendation. I would say the easiest way to find somebody, first to just get a little bit of a lead, is to ask around, ask your friends with tattoos that you really love, who they go to. You'll get some links, you'll get some websites, some Instagram pages, and those people may or may not be right for you. To add, this tattoo artist may not be available for working on you. They might be very busy and popular. Just because your friend got in with them, it doesn't mean that they're going to be available to you. If you don't have that kind of resources, if you don't know anybody who has tattoos, or the people that your friends go to are too booked out and maybe don't take newer people, here is how else you can find some people. You can post online on social media. Facebook is one, of course. You can post on Reddit. There are tattoo groups on Reddit where somebody can say, hey, I'm looking for this kind of a style and I live in this state or this city. I'm willing to travel. Could somebody recommend somebody? People do that. You can also do a search with hashtags. On Instagram, for example, you can just say Oakland tattoo artist. Hashtag Oakland tattoo artist, and you'll find a bunch of things tagged that way. It's actually how I recently found a tattoo artist in Dublin, because I'm going to Dublin next week, Ireland, with a few friends, and we decided to get tattooed while we're there. And so I did a little search and found somebody that hopefully will tattoo us. Of course, you can do a Google search. Dublin, Ireland, tattoo shops. That's a way to do it, right? Tattoo artists, best of tattoos of a specific city. You want to be careful with that because a lot of times these lists of best tattoo artists of a specific place put together by people who know nothing about tattoos, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not, and sometimes they're a mix. If you're a newbie, you might not really know what's what yet. The other thing you can do, of course, is just look at a map, like a Google map or Apple Maps. See tattoo shops around you. You can go to those tattoo shops' Instagram pages or websites and, see whose work you like. Okay, so that's kind of number one. You find someone, a little seed from which to grow this project. You find somebody you want to investigate if they'd be the right person for you. Look at their work. You might like the things they have created artistically, but do you really look at the details of that work? If you zoom in to a piece, is the line work even and smooth? Is the shading saturated? Is it smooth? Also, does it go from dark to light smoothly? Is it choppy? Maybe if it's choppy, that's the style. No, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. When you zoom in, do the details look good to you? Or does it look like a child with some crayons colored in the picture? So you say you looked at the quality of the work and you feel satisfied. Great. So next, is what you want up their alley? Do they have style that you connect with? Is this the type of work you want on you? So it's not just about how good they are, but also about, do they do the type of things that you're looking for? Look at their social media presence. What do they say in their bio? Do you connect with what they say in their bio? Do they have funny reels? Do you have some idea of their personality? Would you enjoy hanging out with them? If you are getting a piece of really any size, you're going to have to spend time with this person. Even if it's a small piece, there's going to be a consultation, there's going to be idea, exchange, and then there's going to be the time you're getting tattooed. And then maybe there's going to be more time later for a touch-up, for example. So can you get an idea of their personality just through their social media presence? Next, Okay, you like the personality enough, you see it's working for you. You're going in for a consultation. Maybe it's a Zoom consultation, maybe it's in person. You're sitting with them. Do you feel comfortable asking them questions? Does their energy make you feel calm? Or do you feel dismissed or not considered or not listened to? Are they looking you in the eyes? Are they listening to what you're saying? Can you see that this resonates with them and they resonate with you? You know, the truth is, a lot of the time, it's not going to be the case. People are all different. Tattoo artists are all different. Some people are really good at the social stuff, and some people are not. And maybe that's not important to you. It's good to know whether or not that's important to you. And if it's important to you, find somebody who is good at the social stuff. Maybe you've had everything's gone fine. You've had a good experience with the consultation. The day of the tattoo comes. Maybe you're a newbie and you're nervous. So you go into the shop, they will ask you to fill out some paperwork, and you're going to wait. You're going to wait for them to call you in to their space. You know, if it's a private shop, private studio, it might be a little different, but in general, you come in, you do the paperwork, and then they get ready for you. They will probably have a stencil. Stencil is something that is the drawing, but it is on special paper that can be transferred onto your skin. And then the artist will tattoo over the drawing. Sometimes there's no stencil. Sometimes the artist draws directly onto your skin and then tattoos over that drawing. It just depends on the kind of style the artist works in and what they're comfortable with. It is completely normal not to see a design before you come in for your tattoo. We do that for different reasons. Mainly, for most people, it's about people stealing their artwork. If somebody gets the drawing ahead of time, they can take it to somebody else to do it for cheaper, or if they live in a different city. So don't be surprised if you don't get to see the tattoo that's going to go onto your skin until the day of, and even the time of, if it's being drawn onto your skin. If you chose somebody whose work you love and things that they do resonate with you, then you trust them, and that should be fine. And if something comes up where you don't like part of the drawing, just say so, and the artist will change it. We always leave enough time during the session in order to change the design to the liking of the client, to make sure it's just right. So that thing has to be sized to fit your body. Sometimes, not always, most of the time. So when you are, presented with this drawing and you check out the drawing and the artist starts putting it on your skin, does this part feel good to you? Do you feel good with their touch? Do you feel considered a whole person and not just a piece of skin? Are they listening to you? Do they let you go have a look in the mirror? Do they make sure that you are comfortable with the design 100% before they tattoo you? That piece, I think, is really important. Hopefully, all of that goes well. You're feeling comfortable. You're doing the tattoo. It's great. You should be comfortable. There are times when you won't be comfortable. Tattoos hurt. That's for sure true. Sometimes you might have to lay in a weird position once in a while. Not that often. The tattoo artist should want you to be comfortable. They also need to be comfortable themselves because they're doing the work, and they might need to be in a specific position in relation to your body in order to get to the piece of skin and pull nice clean lines. But they should also care about your comfort. I always have pillows in my studio, and I have blankets. Your space, your chair, your position should be comfortable enough. And if you need to get up, if you need to pee, if you need to get water, all of that is completely fine, completely normal. Don't hesitate. Just ask, just say, I need to get up, I need to pee, I need to have some water. Yes, take care of your needs, but also, this is a process that it will hurt and it will be uncomfortable, and part of it will just have to be you sitting there, breathing through it, trying to stay present and let your tattoo artist do their job. So hopefully at this point you are flying. You have endorphins happening, and your tattoo artist is either talking to you and the conversation's going really well and it's nice to connect with them, or maybe you have music happening and maybe a podcast. Maybe you're listening to your own thing on your own headphones. All that is fine. in the end of it all, when you're all done and you get up from the table and you look at it in the mirror, hopefully your reaction is, oh my God, it is better than I thought it would be. That is the best reaction. And people say, I knew it'd be great, but this is amazing. This is better than I expected. And yes, you are done. So now your tattoo artist is probably going to grab some pictures of your piece and then wrap you up. They will probably wrap you up with either Tegaderm or just saran wrap and some medical tape. If they're going to do Tegaderm, they should check in about whether or not you have any issues with Tegaderm. Tegaderm can be irritating to the skin. For some people, it leaves blisters, it leaves scars. If you're allergic to latex, there's a possibility you're allergic to whatever brand of Tegaderm they use. There's some rare brands that don't have latex in them, but a lot of them do. So personally for me, I am allergic to latex. I cannot use it. It leaves terrible marks on my skin that heal very slowly and leave scars for a long time, way beyond when the tattoo actually heals. So I can't use Tegaderm. And my clients, even if I've seen them many times, I still ask every time how they feel about Tegaderm, because that can change. Your skin can become allergic to Tegaderm, to latex, all of a sudden, cumulatively. So I always ask. So they should ask. And once, if you don't know, you probably are fine. So, say, okay, great, to go ahead. They're going to wrap you up. And then you can talk about aftercare. So aftercare, you should either get it printed or they should have it online on their website. If they just tell you what to do, you're probably not going to remember it. You are just going through a big experience. It took a lot out of your body. You're probably hungry. Maybe you're cold now. Your body is going through things. You're not going to remember a bunch of instructions about the aftercare. So hopefully they give you a little printed piece of paper or it's online. There you go. You're done. I mean, the tattoo artist, hopefully it was great. You had a great experience. You got a beautiful tattoo. It's somebody you feel comfortable with. Do you feel comfortable reaching out to say, hey, I have a question about care, or hey, I need a touch up, or hey, I want another piece? Like, do you feel comfortable? Was the conversation or whatever connection the two of you had good enough? Did you feel considered? Did you feel like a full human being and not just a piece of skin with a wallet attached to you? For many, many years, when I first started getting tattooed, I either got tattooed by friends, which was great, or by people whose work I liked, that I found at conventions or just like out in the wilds, sort of looking around at shops in the streets. And for the most part, I didn't have great experiences. I really felt like that a lot, like I was seen as a piece of skin. And these days I know what I'm looking for, and there has to be a piece of human connection, and there has to be comfort. And if I'm not comfortable, I'm walking. If I don't feel considered, I'm walking. I'm not going to get tattooed by that person. And now I know who to trust. I know where to go. So, for the most part, I'm set. Although, of course, I also like to get tattooed by new people. But I just now feel like, if I'm not comfortable, I will let them know that, and I will not get tattooed by them. Here's some tips for you, lovely humans. If you are looking for a tattoo artist, if you're looking for a new tattoo artist, if you're looking for tips on how to find the right person for you, what to look for, there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this little episode of Ink Medicine, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much.